Rona's Red Mist, that can shred some of the squishier targets, such as, you know, Cruel before he's all fully stacked up. Varia is going to be super squishy. Adagio can be early game, and he doesn't have movement abilities. So if you pull him in, stun him, and then drop a Rona on top of him, that's going to be a bad combination, especially with Fortress, who does stupid amounts of damage. And I think that could be a very good thing for MikuHatsune right now. But I think that No U is going to win the range battle, like poking-wise. You know, Adagio's got the longest basic attack range in the game. You've got the Stormforge Spear. You've got Lyra's basic attacks. And then on top of that, you've got two heavy divers who are going to be keeping your team busy with Tony and Cruel. So we're just going to have to see how this one pans out.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like you just mentioned that you thought the range war was going to be won by No U. They do have the Adagio Varia, extremely good at range, like they're ranged heroes, so of course they're good at ranged. But they also have that front line that's going to be composed of Cruel Tony, the two of the most tanky, sustainable heroes in the 3.1 patch, paired up with a heal of Adagio and Lyra heal. I think this is what you call sustain. Like, just maybe this is what you call sustain. They're going to never die. That Cruel, if he snowballs this early game, and looks like they want to already go for an early invade for Lilith, iJets, and Kreeson, if they're able to snowball that Cruel and Tony, and get the extra heal from the Lyra Adagio, I would give that over to No U. No way they can come back if that's actually what happens. And we're going to be seeing invades on both sides, so there's going to be interesting mechanics so far.
Yep, we see Miku going to invade the right side of the jungle, No U going to take the left, and it's actually going to be interesting how far that they dip into the jungle, because we see Morphling already starting to work on his lane, and, you know, that can be a decent advantage if he gets that first wave push pretty far, but there is more XP to be found in the jungle, so it might be worth taking a bit of time to go through that jungle and then attack your lane, and it looks like B17 is going to be playing this a lane Cruel.
Yeah, lane Cruel. So I was thinking it's going to be actually a lane Tony, which is a little bit more common in my opinion than a lane Cruel. But lane Cruel can work out, and also because you've got a lot of sustain with your stack, so we're going to have to see how they want to actually play that hero. And also, by the way, as extra information, Lilith is playing a weapon Tony. It's not CP. So let's stop talking about that right now. So we're going to have to see so far. I was going to go, and like B17 Gaming, first item, he's gone for Storm Guard Banner. So just for farming efficiency, so very nice, smart pickup on his side. And Lilith is going to be going on a little gank into that bot lane, going to have in the 3 auto attacks, get the CC, come out. Also, there is that Trash Troll going to be connecting. Putting up fees extremely low, going to be tanking it up with that on point. Going to be surviving another day for the time being. So like so far, I was expecting to see more early engages from that Cruel, but knowing it's actually a top lane Cruel and not a jungle, that means he's got a lot less like possibilities to go in this game and snowball compared to being the lane Cruel.
Yep, I'm just glad that iJets here in bot lane is playing a CP Adagio, which is the hero I have one-tricked for like years.
Ooh, fees gonna be popping that heat fastest on time, and now you have the gank from an amazing Panda, which wasn't that amazing of a gank, just pressurizing a little bit iJets and Lilith to back away, trying to give a little bit more space for fees. But like so far, I want to see more early aggression for both of these teams because they have the comps to do so. And you do see a little bit of a 3-2 situation into this top part of the jungle. Blank's going quite low, going to be getting that healing camp secured for Morphling 15 on that Varia. Now do you have the rotation from Ile on that Celeste, so very nice synergy coming out on the side of MikuHatsune. And you have B17 Gaming a little bit quiet, going to be hook and chain, trying to sustain out that Cruel God as he is. Unfortunately, going to be taking quite a hit to the face. Kyo3 trying to back away. He's a little bit caught up off guard by the CC of Lilith. And now he's coming back strong. You have now the zoning from Ile with that Celeste doing quite a good job, just forcing the side of No U from backing away. That cannot deal anymore with the extra damage of those Heliogenesis. So far, 1 kill picked up on the side of MikuHatsune. That's going to be first blood. Yeah,
first blood was down in bot lane with iJets, and it was a really good push. They saw that everyone was going top lane to fight in that jungle, so they sent Fortress down to bot lane to take out the Adagio, and that ends up being a net gain for Miku. Even if they lose that top fight, that's a good push.
To cut you off, unfortunately, Amazing Panda going extremely low. Lily's trying to get onto Fees now, but looks like Fees, unfortunately, is going to be able to escape. Oh, sorry. Sorry to cut you off there. Looks like the cooldown for Tony and Tony early game, the cooldowns are extremely long, so wasn't able to actually combo that up. Yeah, sorry, continue.
Oh yeah, no, you said it basically. So B17, he's got his Storm Crown completed, so maybe we're gonna see more of a Gabe Vizzle inspired top lane from him, going more of a tanky route instead of damage, and just relying on utility from his weakness stacks and the stun in order to make his Cruel more effective.
Now, it does help out a lot. You got a lot of tankiness and a lot of sustained damage coming out from the actual item. So getting it picked up is nice. And you have their creation going to be CC'd up into this mid lane, taking quite a hit to the face. Going to be forced to use his own healing fast to survive the last auto attack coming out from Illate. And now you have Morphling a little bit caught out there, going to be taking quite a hit to the face with that Heliogenesis and the auto attack coming out from Elate. Going to be surviving still a little bit longer. Do you have the sustain from creation to keep him up and lively? And now B17 Gaming a little bit caught out there. Do you have the Truce of the Twos coming out of an Amazing Panda? Not going to be doing much quite yet. But look at that top lane, 3-man pressurizing this first turret on that top lane position. Are they going to be able to take it down? I do think so. And B17 Gaming should know his limits. He's going to be backing off. Wise decision. So right there, just going to be avoiding going down himself. That's going to be then the first turret of the game secured on the side of MikuHatsune.
That was really smart, I feel like, to ignore B17 and just delete that turret, because in the grand scheme of 5v5, one turret will give you a lot more than one kill, and it was really smart there. And if I could just touch on lane matchups really quickly before you cut me off with this mid lane action.
A little bit of fight there, Morphling, taking a little bit of damage. Not going to be happening, not having much happening. Actually, you do have into this top part of the jungle. B17 Gaming going up against Blanks. The red mist did go well. With a Solar Storm ripping through, unfortunately, missing off the mark completely. Was a nice try anyways. Like overall, there's a lot of action a bit everywhere into this bot lane. Do you have Lilies getting a little bit ganked up by an Amazing Panda on that fortress? Not going to be doing much. Like, these ganks, unfortunately, there's a lot happening, but not getting to the conclusion with the sweet death of an enemy hero. So we're gonna have to see throughout this game what's gonna happen. So far, if this keeps on like this, what do you think is gonna go on if there's no early engagements?
I feel like the late game heroes, like kind of Celeste and maybe Blackfeather to some extent, are gonna scale up way faster than their friends in the enemy team, and we see, and especially Cruel, because he's gonna be extremely tanky, and Rona's got a lot of burst with her B ability, but once she's used that, it's not a lot of burst damage to take down that Cruel, and she's gonna get out sustained by Cruel, so he's gonna probably win his lane matchup up in top. Celeste is probably gonna win the mid lane matchup against Varia, and then Adagio is definitely gonna beat a Blackfeather in the bot lane because his range and then just the arcane fire is gonna prove to be too much, I think, for Fez, as his is going weapon Adagio route. So maybe that second CP hero might turn out to be B17, picking up an Aftershock or something.
Probably would be interesting to see him do so. As you did just mention before on that crawl, he is going for the very tanky sustain route. He does already have a 2 level 1 defense in for armor and shield. So we're going to have a little bit of a fight there. Tony just going to get a lot of CC also with that taunt onto an Amazing Panda. Not doing much so far. And we're going to have to also pay attention because Creation has gone first item fountain. I've seen so many lives go Crucible first item. I do not really understand that matchup. Anyway, going to have that little bit of a gank into the bot lane. 3v2 situation. Going to be using that red mist going wild. Doing a lot of damage onto Jess. He's going right into the turret fountain. Going to be popped out. And you have that nice burst of judgment going to be going down. Unfortunately, not going to be enough to save his own life. That's going to be iJets going down himself. Creation trying to help out to avoid this turret going down. Unfortunately, he will not be able to do enough, and he might even go down. Going to be doing the bulwark, and before the arcane passage actually goes down, he will be going down himself, and that's going to be 2 kills going over once again to MikuHatsune. As you see, a very nice gank into the mid lane. Unfortunately, that's going to be answered back with a trespass, avoiding that CC onto the crawl. Nearly going extremely low, going to be finished by that Tony third auto attack. And then now Jeff Blank's going to also nice gank into the mid. Everything is happening mid so far. Also able to take down Morphlings 15 on that Varia pick.
Now that, Max, is exactly why you build Fountain on Lyra. You saw down there, He saved Jets long enough to pop an ult off, and even though they did both go down, it was still okay. I feel like, you know, you lost a turret, you just lost another one in the mid lane, but you know, take a breath, take stock of your, you know, situation. You're starting to hit your 1-2 item spikes. And speaking of spikes, we just saw Miku capture Ghostwing. That's going to be a huge buff to their team. And especially since they already have the advantage, it might you might be hard pressed to pull something out here.
Yeah, like that. Right now they got Ghosting is going to be a very nice advantage, and looks like they already want to use that advantage. They tried to gang down iJets, unfortunately wasn't able to actually get that killing blow for the time being. And like, also we do have now this weapon Adagio. That's an old DNGO pickup. It's been played a lot and it's been shown to be extremely powerful when it's in the right hands. Unfortunately, looks like iJets is having a little bit of trouble making that pick actually work. As you see into this mid lane creation, going to be forced to use the arcane passage to escape to safety to his own turret. Alright, it's going to be interesting to see how he's going to play out, because Weapon Adagio, when you're losing your matchup, is not working. It's not going to be a very useful pickup, so you're going to have to see anyway. Morphlin's taking a very big hit to the face, going to be forced under his own turret. Looks like they want to try and go onto that second mid lane turret. As you see, Lilith's going to be going down to the red mist of this Rona, and also will be going down more things in the blink of an eye. Now they're going to try and look for more. That's going to be the verse of Judgment, going to be stopped before he actually does connect. And looks like they're going to try and go for those 4-man kill. Going to be using that Crucible. Unfortunately, that's going to be a dead Lyra. And into the top lane, do you have that 1-to-1 situation? Unfortunately, B17 Gaming did have a very nice answer, able to pick up that first top lane turret. That's going to be 2 turrets extra going down into the mid lane. So that's a huge win for MikuHatsune.
He's going to get stunned back up. Fez, he's going to... Oh, the huge Tony ult, though. If you want to take this away, Max.
Yeah, that was a huge Tony ult, able to back off. Unfortunately, they are not surrendering. They're coming right back into the face of NoYu. That's going to be iJets going down right off the bat. Now they're going to try and escape to their own base, but that's a 762 damage with that auto attack for Blanks. He's doing an absolute huge monster work with that Rona pickup. Now the taunt going down on Kira. Unfortunately, looks like they want to try and end the game. That's a Solar Storm ripping through. Not going to be doing that much. And they're really going for it right now. You only have Lilith creation up. You do have B17 Gaming just backing out to the base. Kyo going extremely low. Will be going down to that Lyra auto attack. And so will an amazing Panda on that Fortress. Freeze, come on. Are they going to be able to finish the game? This is going to be a 12-minute game, everyone. It's going to be game for MikuHatsune taking the win. Oh my god, that's a 12-minute game. I haven't seen a game this short than when it was Tribe against TSM. Like, for real.
Oh man, 12 minutes. That's the fastest I've ever seen a 5v5 game go. That was wow. That's all I got. It's just wow.
Much wow.
I mean, you've like people have just barely finished their second tier 3 item in some cases. Like there was barely enough time to like let your, you know, hard carry late games to scale. But hey, if I'm MikuHatsune, I'll take that. That's a very commanding victory.
That's a huge win. Like this is a prime example where you see the good synergy beats draft comps. If you rotate and take down objectives efficiently, you will beat absolutely any comp if you have superior synergy. And so far, you did see right here, MikuHatsune just had dominant performance in terms of rotation. They took down objectives. So they took a very early Ghostwing, which they used right off the bat. They got kills, they got rotations, they got turrets. And they made a huge use of that buff. And that's what really gave them the lead. When they had that Ghostwing, it was only uphill from that point on. And they just keep taking turrets down. Like first turret went down extremely early into that top lane phase after 4 minutes, because it does have that shield to avoid you from pushing them early. And like they don't really like just GG. Like MikuHatsune just dominant performance, just showing who was the best team in this game.
Yeah, I mean, if I was NoYu, I definitely would have put that Adagio in a CP kind of path, because it does a lot better. Honestly, it's got higher ratios. Your ult does more damage. Your burn does more damage. Your damage boost does more damage. So, especially because you don't have a solid second CP on your team with, you know, Cruel going more of a utility build, that I don't see why they wouldn't put that hero into his stronger path. But anyway, the game's over. 12 minutes long. MikuHatsune defeats NoYu. Max, you want to take us out?
Yeah, well, that was faster than we actually expected. So we're going to say thank you everyone for watching this match.